someone that has changed a lot from 6th grade until 8th grade, and I think you'll hear some of that changes and some of her growth and maturation that has taken place. But one thing that I've noticed in my interactions with Caroline is no matter what she's doing, whether it's participating in class, swimming in the pool, checking in on her brother, talking with her friends, filling you in on One Direction, it's always done with a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm, and a lot of passion. So with that being said, Ms. Caroline Atlas.
Being crazy isn't enough, by Dr. Seuss. Crazy is the only adjective that explains me. I'm crazy. I'm crazy about swimming, running, reading, One Direction, if you didn't already know, and so many more things. But that is not crazy enough for me. I'm so nuts that I'm doing swimming, running, instrumental, and schoolwork at the same time. I don't get overwhelmed, and I actually love doing all of these activities, although I like some more than others. I'm crazy, but each school year it seems as if I reach a new level of craziness. I just love being busy. I think because I'm crazy, most people distance themselves from me. I hope that's not the case. I love people, even if I don't sometimes, even if I say I don't sometimes. I'd rather have a conversation with somebody and act weird. There's so much to me that it makes me me. I guess most people just don't get that, so let me help you understand. I've had one subject that has really influenced my middle school years, math. Math is probably my weakest subject. Yes, I may be somewhat successful with it, but it at least takes me a few days to always grasp a concept. 6th grade was probably my hardest year in math. The concepts just couldn't stick in my mind, and by the start of the 2nd semester, I was getting D's and C's on all of my tests. I would try really hard, but I could just never seem to get it. 7th grade math, I was scared for. I didn't know what to expect, because it was a new teacher, not just to me, but to the school. I was afraid that, again, concepts wouldn't stick in my mind, but from the moment I started math in 7th grade, I knew it would be better. Miss Crawford went over the topics very carefully, making sure everyone got it. One quiz, I bombed. I was so embarrassed. I was going to math help the next day, and on the way down the hallway to her room, I started crying really hard. Mr. Peterson, who was up on the top floor when I started crying, and he pulled me up into the teacher's arm. He told me that there was no reason to cry. He said I didn't do well on the test, but I knew why, and that going to math help was probably a great choice for me. I've carried that advice with me throughout middle school. When I get a poor grade on a test, no matter how embarrassed I am over a test, the teachers will help you understand it. So far in 8th grade, math has been really easy for me. I get concepts quicker, I'm more organized, and I know all of the formulas that have been introduced to me. Mr. Augustus has helped me a lot, even if he doesn't know it. I've had an overall great experience in math in middle school, even if I didn't do so well in 6th grade. Another big class for me is Chinese. I've grown and learned so much in Chinese. There isn't much I can put into words about how much I love the class, but I will try. In 6th grade, I was worried about it being extremely hard. It's one of the top 4 hardest languages in the world to learn. Of course I was nervous. But my Chinese teacher, Ms. Cheng, had made it so much easier. She broke it down and explained everything. Now I can memorize characters and read passages of characters and understand what they mean. In 7th grade, she decided to do a new tactic. Dump all of the heavy notes on us at once, and then review and review and review, and then write and write and write, and then somehow sprinkle in a few games and a project before the test. I don't know how she makes it work, but it does, for me at least. In 8th grade, she became one of the teachers that I can trust the most. She was the first person I told about my brother's surgery and the first one who comforted me. In 8th grade also, she has given me the chance to possibly take Chinese too. I don't know if I still want to, but I definitely love Chinese, and my love for the language has grown even more as we study the school section in Chinese. I know now, over the last 3 years of Chinese, how to say colors, numbers, food items, animals, time, school supplies, and much more. She's eased my worries about Chinese, and yet somehow can still make me extremely nervous when she says we are going to have a Chinese test. Academics are a big part of my life, and sports weren't until I got into middle school. When I entered middle school, I started trying new sports, one of them being swimming. Swimming is probably one of the biggest things in my life. I've been swimming on a country club team since the summer before 6th grade. This year, I joined collegiate swim team. I have 2 sets of coaches, my boat club coaches and my collegiate coaches. My boat club coaches are my friends. I have been with the same set of coaches for 2 years. They've helped me improve and at the same time have fun. Though the boat club practices force me to get up before 10 in the morning in the summer, I wouldn't trade them for anything else. While swimming there, I've prepared myself for swimming in collegiate. Boat club practices are not intense at all. We used to groan about having to do 100 warm-up, and now I'm doing a 200, 300, 400 warm-up without questioning the coaches. Collegiate coaches are extremely different though. Mr. Vitale is scary, Mrs. Augustus is completely different than in the classroom. He's so much more intense. In the classroom, he likes to explain things slowly. At the pool, he expects you to get things the first time he explains it, and then go off and do the set of exercises. Overall, they are much harder on you. But because they are harder on me, I'm doing events that I would never have thought I could do before, like the 200 IM. I thought collegiate swimming was going to be so intense that I would want to quit after the first practice. But I didn't. After every practice, even if it was an extremely tough practice, I would feel refreshed. Also, I think I'm matured. I know, Caroline, mature. But I have. In 6th grade, I was really insecure. Being tiny surrounded by giant 8th graders, no thanks. In 7th grade, I came more to my face. I realized that me being crazy is who I am. If you don't like it, deal with it. But even though I've grown slightly in those 2 grades, I've grown it the most this year. This isn't exactly physically growing or improving in sports, but I had to mature faster because I had to tutor my brother and take care of him after his surgery. I've grown in a way that you don't see every day, definitely. But when certain situations come up, that's when you see my more developed side. But this is a big factor in my sports. You have to be mature. I think I had a lot of friends, not just at collegiate, but people from other schools. In 6th grade, I had a great group of friends, but I was growing away from them. I was in 6th grade, there were new kids, and I wasn't exactly social with people from other schools, so this was my time to make new friends. 7th grade, well, let's say I thought I found a great group of friends. That was the year that most people started being their really close friends, right? Not for me. I thought I had a great group of friends, but I felt like I had to change myself to fit in. Now, I thought I was just changing or growing up and becoming more of myself, but I wasn't. I was changing to please other people, not myself. I really didn't know what to do, except hang out with my book club friends all summer and just get away. If they were really my friends, they would miss me and be happy to see me when school started again. But some of them didn't, and that's when I realized I needed better friends. 8th grade was probably the biggest social change for me. I realized, finally, that I wasn't myself. I had started drifting away from the people that I thought I was supposed to my old friends that had always been there for me. I guess I just didn't see it. I was close to, I feel as if I didn't belong in any group anymore. I'm with friends with the people I just met 2 years ago, but then I'm closer with the friends I have had forever. I started drifting away from the new friends I had made, but they're still my friends in a way. Everything is just so confusing for me right now. But while all this social drama has been going on, I've built lasting friendships outside of school. I've particularly built lasting friendships with the people at the boat club. We all are there every day for swim practice, and then we hang out till 1. Then we all come back later to relax and tan, and annoy a few lifeguards. It's basically a cycle I've been going through since the summer before 6th grade. When I first went to the boat club the summer before 6th grade, I knew no one, and I was scared out of my mind to make friends. Everybody knew everybody, and I was the lonely girl swimming alone. The first time I made friends was during the Cupid Shuffle. I was just awkwardly dancing to it when 2 of my now best friends started talking to me while dancing. Last summer, I became extremely closer to my friends at the boat club. We started hanging out later at the pool, having many more sleepovers, and also just going to the swim practices has made us better friends. Seriously, I and some of my friends from the boat club were attached at the hip. I've also grown very defensive of my friends. If you hurt them in any way, emotionally or physically, you better be expecting me in my wrath. I never like it when people cry. My best friends or people I'm not close with. It hurts me to see someone who's had something so rough happen to them and they cry because it hurts so bad. If you mess with my friends, you mess with me. In my wrath. As I've mentioned it before, it's something you do not want to have to deal with. Just remember, I'm the girl who's quoting Dr. Seuss saying that crazy isn't enough. Do you really want to mess with me? This was the most difficult area for me. I don't have one thing that drives me. I don't have a major hobby. Even though I like swimming, running, and acting, they aren't important things. They are important things, but they don't define who I am. And they don't necessarily influence some of my major decisions in life. I'm not really artsy or really athletic. And I don't think One Direction counts as inner self. So, after much contemplation, I feel that one aspect of my life that influences me a lot is my family. My brother and I share a bond that I can't really explain. Sometimes I want to ship him off on a cargo boat to South America, and other times I want to talk to him and be there for him. We are really weird together. We don't fight as much as we used to because we are closer in age, and we share some of the same friends. He influences me like no one else can. He cheers me up whenever I'm down, and he always seems to make any bad situation lighter. He pushes me to get better at sports, because he is better than him, so I have to push myself harder to be better than him. My dad and I both love music. He plays the guitar, I play the piano. He has to learn songs for his band that include some of the more recent music. He likes to try to learn whatever I'm learning on my own or for instrumental, and I want to learn, though I haven't admitted this to him yet, whatever he is playing, but I've been too busy. The only thing that I don't like is that he tries to learn my One Direction pieces. Music connects us because it allows me an escape for anything going on, and when I see him play, He looks like he is in his zone and nothing can possibly bother him in this world. It's kind of the same with me. When I'm playing a piece on the piano, no one, not even my brother, is banging on the other keys, can stop me from finishing a piece. My mom and I are runners together, and we both like to cook, except for the fact that I like to make easy things like brownies, not fish with Italian seasoning and baked broccoli. My mom is who I try to please and make her proud in all I do. Every race I finish, every meet I go to, she is always proud of me, and that drives me to be better. I love to see that look on her face and know that I made her smile like that. Though I thought I'd almost survived middle school on my own, I couldn't have made it through middle school without some very important people. These three people have done so much for me these past 3 years. Miss Chang has made Chinese so easy for me and the learning experience great. She has always been for me these past 3 years and has gone out of her way to help my family out with Benjamin after his surgery. She's helped my love for Chinese grow. She's also introduced me to technology that I used once that was sort of useful and will never use again. And I still get emails. I can't thank her enough for doing all of this for me and my family. My little brother Benjamin, I never thought I would dedicate this to you, but I did. Because of you, I would never have met so many of my friends. You always know how to cheer me up when I'm stressed out or just freaking out. I never knew how important you were to me until your surgery. You're still an idiot, but you are my adopted brother, and I love you no matter how much you annoy me. Emma, what can I say about you? I don't think I could have survived middle school without you. When I'm with you, I can vent to you about anything, and we can do anything, yet we sit on our butts and read. Our crazy dance parties that we have weekly, us yelling at our little brothers to leave us alone, and our TV shows that we watch are memories that I'll never forget. You are my sister, though we look nothing alike and we have different parents. Thank you for always being there for me. I couldn't dream of dealing with middle school without you, even when you give me bad advice. This is my speech bubble. It looks like the United States, though. So this is my physical with like swimming, my bathing suit and my swim hat, and my medals that fell, and all my ribbons and some running because that's also a big sport in my life. Here's a few math tests in Chinese for my academic, and the math tests are like my midterm and the last test that we just had on polynomials. This is my inner self/family, and this is a few of them are when we went to Italy, and there's one with me and my brother at Christmas, and here's one right after Benjamin's surgery when he came home where I'm massaging his feet. Okay, so this is my social, and I have a bunch of pictures with all of my friends from this year, and this is a picture of me and Emma during Halloween where she's a Christmas cat and I'm Zayn Malik, and these are my book club friends.